Sunny Hostin has just found herself in the middle of a shocking scandal that could cost her everything. After her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, was arrested in a massive RICO fraud case involving insurance kickbacks and fraudulent surgeries, the backlash has been swift. Now, rumors are swirling that Sunny is facing major consequences on The View, with some even speculating that her career could be on the line. Is this the end of her time on the show, or will she manage to weather the storm? Stay tuned to find out all the explosive details. Don't forget to comment where you are watching us from, and also subscribe to our channel. Sunny Hostin has long been known for her sharp commentary on The View, often speaking out about issues such as morality, inequality, and systemic failures. But recently, her family found itself thrust into the center of a scandal that raised serious questions about the medical industry. Her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin, an orthopedic surgeon, was named in a massive lawsuit involving allegations of insurance fraud, kickbacks, and even a sprawling RICO, racketeer-influenced and corrupt organizations, case with a staggering 180 defendants. This wasn't just a regular medical malpractice case. It was a huge legal battle that might just rival anything we've seen in a courtroom drama. The situation broke on a typical morning, with coffee in hand and the usual scrolling through the news. But then something caught my eye. It wasn't the usual fiery political debates from Hostin. It was something far more unexpected. Her husband's name in the headlines. Dr. Hostin and his practice, Host Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, were allegedly involved in a massive insurance fraud scheme. The lawsuit claims Dr. Hostin, along with other medical professionals, was part of a larger conspiracy to perform unnecessary surgeries for financial gain, including arthroscopic procedures, minimally invasive surgeries designed to look inside joints, which they allegedly used as a means to bill insurance companies for procedures that may not even have been performed. According to the suit, Dr. Hostin and his associates received kickbacks for these surgeries, which were supposedly not medically necessary, but performed anyway. This kind of malpractice could be more damaging than just shoddy medical practices. It paints a picture of patients being used as pawns in a financial game. Imagine trusting your doctor with a procedure only to later find out it wasn't necessary, and all the while, your insurance company is footing the bill. The ramifications of such actions, if proven, are huge, both for the patients involved and the healthcare system as a whole. To make matters even more complicated, the lawsuit has become part of one of the largest RICO cases ever filed in New York, potentially making it one of the most significant legal battles in the state. This case isn't just about one doctor's alleged fraudulent activities. It's a high-stakes drama involving dozens of medical professionals and hundreds of millions of dollars. The plaintiff, American Transit Insurance Company, ATIC, claims they were defrauded by this network of doctors who allegedly performed unnecessary surgeries and billed them for procedures that either didn't take place or were medically unjustified. Dr. Hostin's lawyer, Daniel Thwaites, has vehemently denied the charges, calling the lawsuit a meritless attempt by ATIC to recover losses from a company on the brink of financial ruin. He painted the lawsuit as a desperate move, pointing out that insurance companies are often accused of underpaying doctors and using various tactics to avoid paying claims. The question now is whether this case is a legitimate attempt to expose a massive healthcare scam or just another example of a company using its resources to shift blame and avoid its own financial troubles. This case, which is about much more than just one doctor, shines a light on the deeply rooted issues within the healthcare system. Many Americans have little trust in the system, with only about 31% of people expressing confidence in the quality of U.S. healthcare. This mistrust is compounded by the often shadowy dealings between doctors, insurance companies, and the businesses that drive the healthcare industry. What makes this case even more dramatic is the involvement of Sunny Hostin herself. Known for her outspoken views on morality and fairness, she now finds herself facing a personal dilemma: how to reconcile the moral standards she has so often advocated for with the actions of her own family. The fact that her husband is now part of such a high-profile legal battle brings a new level of scrutiny to her own public image, particularly as she has had to make several public apologies in recent months for previous comments made on The View. As the drama unfolds, it's impossible to ignore the ironies. Hostin, who has spent so much time discussing the failings of American systems, now finds herself entangled in one of the most significant cases of corruption and fraud within the very system she spent years criticizing. The collision of personal and public morality is front and center, making this a story that hits home for many. It raises the question, should personal history and family connections be fair game in political and public discourse, or is there a line that shouldn't be crossed? This case also speaks to the larger issues of corruption and inefficiency in the healthcare system, where the people who are meant to care for us may sometimes be the ones exploiting the system for personal gain. It's a reminder of how complex and interwoven the web of healthcare, insurance, and legal systems truly is. Whether or not the allegations against Dr. Hostin and the others involved are true, they underscore the need for greater transparency, accountability, and reform within the industry. Ultimately, this lawsuit is not just about one doctor's alleged actions. It's a symbol of larger systemic problems that affect many facets of society. Whether or not Dr. Hostin will be able to clear his name remains to be seen, but what is certain is that this story will continue to capture attention and spark debates about the intersection of healthcare, morality, and personal responsibility. If proven true, this case could change the way we think about the relationship between healthcare providers and insurance companies, and the lengths to which some might go to exploit that system. Regardless of the outcome, the scandal surrounding Dr. Hostin and his practice is bound to have long-lasting consequences for both the healthcare system and those involved in the case. Dr. Hostin's defense strategy has shifted the focus to paint Atis as the villain, a classic move when you're under attack. Turn the spotlight on the accuser. This tactic is enough to keep the courtroom drama alive and exciting. While Dr. Hostin fights to clear his name, his wife, Sunny Hostin, has remained noticeably quiet. Known for addressing controversial topics head-on on The View, Sunny is typically not one to shy away from tough conversations. However, on this issue, she has kept her silence. Some speculate that she's protecting her public image, while others believe she's staying quiet to avoid becoming a target herself. Regardless, her silence speaks volumes. But there's more to this case than just Dr. Hostin. He's one of 180 defendants named in a massive lawsuit that also involves other doctors, medical practices, and even hospitals. If the allegations are true, this could be one of the largest medical fraud scandals in recent history. A whole network of corruption could be exploiting loopholes in the healthcare system, all at the expense of patients and insurance companies. This situation is starting to resemble a heist movie, except instead of robbing banks, the criminals are robbing insurance premiums. At its core, this case raises important questions about the trust we place in the healthcare system. How much faith can we have in an industry where money seems to take precedence over patient care? When doctors and insurance companies prioritize profit over people, trust quickly crumbles. Patients should feel safe when visiting their doctor, not like they're walking into a financial trap. If ATAS is using this lawsuit as a distraction from their own financial troubles, it's only making things worse. The situation is a tangled mess, and untangling it will be difficult. As of now, Dr. Hostin has not been found guilty. These are just allegations, but the court proceedings are shaping up to be a spectacle. Both sides are likely to throw everything they have at each other, and the drama is far from over. Whether Dr. Hostin is guilty or innocent, this case has already revealed uncomfortable truths about both the healthcare and insurance industries. The courtroom drama is just beginning, and we can expect many more twists and turns. For now, all we can do is watch, wait, and try to separate fact from fiction. If you want to keep up with this evolving story, make sure to like and subscribe.